at Independence, you have made some significant improvements over there that has really impacted your programs and your community, including your gym, your football field, and your track, and your baseball and softball field. Maybe you want to go into a little bit of detail about how have the question I'm really after is what have those facility improvements really done for you, your community, your sports program, and your kids and your coaches?
Yeah, and a lot of our story about our facilities upgrade probably goes back to building our new high school. That was the first thing. And a few things, and that we built the high school, tore down the old one, sold that part of the land, moved across town, and had this one kind of complex, one facility idea on one campus. And the high school that going through that was really springboard. And when that went through and people got behind, they ended up getting momentum for what we kind of called our final push, in which we turfed our football field, built new baseball, softball complex, 6 brand new tennis courts. And since then, actually, we probably had another final push as we got a few more things going on. But for us, I think it became when we got the project off the ground, I think people saw that we wanted a new mentality. We didn't want any shortcuts. We wanted to have the facility we thought our kids needed to have. Then we saw the benefits of it. If you just look at our gym from the old one, and I luckily was not around for those days. It's allowed us to host far greater things than we ever did. So it's come from running youth basketball tournaments in the gym. It comes from having youth practices, having 2 full courts in there. We have a 33-team wrestling tournament. All that kind of stuff. The revenue that brings in for your youth clubs running a basketball tournament, your MAC club running a wrestling tournament, your booster clubs running concessions, our school activities department being able to have a big wrestling tournament, big volleyball tournament, host postseason stuff. Economically for town, it's been good. We fill hotels up for those events. We get those rentals. But being able to host sub-state basketball, being able to host district wrestling, being able to host our tournament, all those become, multiple thousand day concession stands that are going to the Boots Club that get back to us. I think another thing that, really, and I'm probably one of them, to be quite honest with you, Matt, having our facilities online doing that's allowed us to have deeper and maybe more talented pools of applicants for teaching and coaching positions. I think when I put our video out there, I know myself when I was teaching down in Louisa Muscatine, I didn't have any connection to Independence. I got a video from somebody that I know that taught here with the school, what our baseball, softball field is going to look like, what our football field is going to look like with the turf. And, that got me excited, got me interested in applying. And that's been something that's happened with others as well. You host those big events. One thing I say is, and then Matt, you're probably the same way in the WAMAC. You have classrooms, I have classrooms. The only thing I know about Maquoketa is I love their gym. The thing that I know about Solon is their football field is outstanding. And the thing that I know about Benton Community, they got 3 full courts in their gym. And I think where I've been in a lot of, our conference schools athletic facilities. And that's what I walk away leaving. So I think for us, as we're in the Cedar Valley area, I got to give you a reason, Matt. If you get a job at John Deere in Waterloo or Cedar Falls, I got to give you a reason to drive past Jessup, not go to Waverly, not go to Dyke. Where's your family set up? I think we're always in competition for families and keeping your town growing as well. So I think having facilities you can be proud of, it's certainly helped when I go to hire coaches that have either competed against us in one of our tournaments, been in our facilities. Remember that. I think it's a place they can see themselves. Certainly had more luck as we've gotten into better facilities in terms of trying to find coaches. And I think we all understand the value of having good people in your programs from a leadership standpoint. And then, when you get a chance to do a new facility, it's not often, but I think there's an advantage of when you go in there of, okay, how do we improve our old facility? How do we make it more functional? How do we make it more functional from a practice standpoint? So I think for us, with baseball and softball, owning the facility and being able to practice when we want, who's out there scheduling night of the week we want, has been outstanding for us to be able to use it. Our turf football field, that's where we do marching band. That's where we play soccer. That's where we play football. That's where elementary PE goes when it's wet. Getting that multi-use purpose out of that's been good. So I think, our restroom room is another good example of being more functional. Same with our gym size. Okay, we want we want to be able to practice all of our team in one gym. We want to be able to drop a curtain. We want to be able to go up and down. I want our head coach to be able to oversee for our sophomore. I don't want odd hour practice times. So for us, it was a way to get a little more functional, having everything here and getting a chance to do it. I mean, you get a chance to do it one time, getting a lot of stakeholders together. And I think the biggest thing for us, I think we see a lot of community pride. Kids have more function and better practice times, easier to use, easier for youth groups to use. And so, for us, I think the benefit you're going to see is people are going to remember your facilities. They're going to be interested in living there, working there, coaching there, but also your current students being able to practice when you want, how you want, with the numbers. I think that's one of the biggest advantages for you there as well.
Yeah. Awesome. You said a couple things about like competing like with Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and getting people to come out and live in independence. Talk to me just a little bit about now your enrollment has either been steady or inclining, right? I mean, and you would be I don't know if you're necessarily considered a bedroom community. You have some industry in town and stuff like that, but people certainly live out there and drive into Waterloo and Cedar Falls to work, right? I mean, so
Yeah, absolutely. And
yeah,
Cedar Rapids, we're kind
yeah,
of, I mean, Cedar Rapids pretty easy. They're down 150. I'm up on Highway 20, getting them. So, I don't know how often, probably at least 7 or 8 times a year, I'll give a tour to a family thinking about moving to town. I will give a tour to, quite honestly, our hospital in town. I gave a tour probably 4 or 5 years ago to two new doctors that were thinking about offers of different towns, and I walked them and their wives through there, and one's actually a college roommate of mine, so that helped there as well. But the amount of people that we walk through our auditorium, our gym, and I show them the classroom, the rest of the building too as well. But we also know some of your wow factors are in the athletic departments, because you have classrooms with desks and projectors and all that, as do I. So yeah, we have potential families come through all the time, and I think I still to this day, our building being 7 years old, we still get quite a bit of wow factor walking them through some of the stuff, and the people on that project did a great job. So again, I do think, I'm sure you guys do as well, prospective families walking around, whether they got a job in Cedar Falls, Waterloo, think about coming here, whatever it is, being able to walk them through and having some facilities you're proud of, and I think they can feel that when you're talking about what you have going on as well.
yeah. Awesome, man. Awesome. Thank you for your time, Justin. I appreciate